the path of least resistance never makes you happy. It's like, you have to push yourself. When people talk about self-esteem, I hate this term. Like, so many kids were taught to get a participation trophy for something, and they thought, I'm gonna build their self-esteem this way. People can tell your whole life you're a piece of crap, and your brain can go, screw you, I'll show you, and you become somebody. People your whole life can tell you you're beautiful, you're perfect, you're the best, and you can still not believe them and be depressed about your life and think you're a nobody. Your life self-esteem, your self-esteem, esteem for yourself is earned by you doing something difficult for you. When you do something that's incredibly hard and you push through it, your brain starts to have inner pride, not fake ego pride.
Right, so you're saying none of that other, so that outsider stuff doesn't really matter. Your self-esteem is truly based on your relationship with yourself?
Yes, and your ability to grow. I mean, what makes people happy? Progress. If you get some big goal, you've achieved a lot of them in your life, right? There's one of two responses when you achieve the goal.
Yeah.
The horrible one is this all there is? Which a lot of people do after fighting for a goal, and is this all there is?
Oh, yeah.
But the other one is, let's say, oh, this is amazing. How long does that amazing feeling of achieving your goal last? 6 years? A year? 6 months? 6 days? 6 hours? What would you say?
The actual, for me, it doesn't last really long. I don't feel that kind of stuff very much.
Yeah, well, also you'd be numbed by those drugs, right? But for most people, it's somewhere between 6 hours and probably 6 weeks.
Right, so not super long.
No, and so the purpose of life is not just to get your goals. Your goals or you're getting what you want doesn't make you happy. What makes you happy is who you become in pursuit of those goals. So the growth, the progress, even if you don't achieve it yet, but you start losing weight, or you start building muscle, or you start making your relationship better, or you start to build a business, the progress is what makes you feel alive, because we're all made to either grow or die. If your relationship's not growing, it's dying. If your business is not growing, it's dying. There's no in-between bullshit. That doesn't work. So, and when you grow, you have something to give. And what makes people fulfilled is growing and giving, sharing it with somebody, because there's only so much joy you can have by yourself. Drugs, alcohol, entertainment, sex with yourself, whatever. By yourself, there's a limit to what you can feel. That's why whenever something great happens, most of us want to tell someone, share it with somebody we love. Because when you share it, it magnifies it. So that's really what we were trying to show people, is how to create that kind of progress. And the problem in New Year's is, as you said, a resolution is just like, what do I want? And they don't think about it in any depth. They say it, and then here's the problem. They don't take it beyond that. They have no plan, right? Or it's a very simple plan.
Oh, yeah,
and by February 1, by the 1st of February, 95% of those things are already broken. But what they're really missing is there's
my New Year's resolution in December.
Well, you need a path. And so if you want to make your relationship better, your business better, your life better, it starts with knowing what you want. You got to say, what do I want? Why do I want it? And what kind of person would I have to be to have that stay? And then you got a second step where you got to tell yourself the truth, which is there's a gap between where I am and where I want to be. And don't bullshit yourself. Don't go, I'm a little overweight, or I'm fat because I'm big boned. No, you're fat because you have poor habits, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, some people, I remember this. People always like, he'll grow out of it. And I'm like, dude, he's 34. Like, my buddy's grandma's like, it's just baby fat. He'll grow out of it. It's like, we all have different, but it's like, he ain't fucking, Ronnie ain't growing out of it.
The reason you don't grow out of it is you have to see what's causing you to have that gap. And it's one of only a couple things. Either you got fear, so you're not taking action, or you might have, for example, some limiting beliefs like it never works, I've tried everything, the good ones are gone, so you don't even begin. Or you might have some emotion gets in the way, or a bad habit, or maybe you're just missing the skill. Like no one's ever taught you how to make money or grow a business or have a great relationship. So you're learning on the job, and it's painful to learn on the job. So I've always said, find somebody who's extraordinary at something, or many people, figure out what they're doing and do that. It's called modeling. Instead of reinventing the wheel. Now you're going to add yourself to it. But modeling gives you the pathway to power. And then once you know what you want, why you want it, you're honest about the gap, you come up with a quick plan, not a perfect one, and you start taking action, and then you face your demons, you slay your dragons. What needs to change? Like, okay, I'm never gonna have a relationship if I'm numb all the time. So I gotta change this. It's hard, but I'm gonna do the hard thing.
Right.
And when you do the hard thing, you get momentum. And then what was hard becomes easy after a while. And that's really the secret. For changes to last, it has to become your identity. Let me explain. We all have a way of defining ourselves to ourselves. So, for example, if you see Lance Armstrong, right, was the greatest biker of all time. He gets told that he has cancer, not just cancer, cancer in his lungs, cancer in his brain, and in your testicles. Oh, by the way, I ride a bike for a living. They told him he was going to die. But his core belief is, I always find the way. So he's survived cancer. Most people don't. He also found a way to win no matter what. He broke the rules to do it, and that cost his brand and so forth. But the same thing that made him healthy actually got him into trouble in the biking side. But before he used drugs, he was still unbelievable, one of the best in the world. And guess what? He got there because of a belief. So you have to have a new identity. His identity is, I find the way, made him healthy. So think of it this way. If I set the thermostat in this room at, I think you'll relate to this, let's say 68 degrees.
Okay.
All right? And that's a metaphor for your comfort zone, your identity. This is, that's 68 degrees is how much, not much money I want, but what I'm used to. 68 degrees is what I'm used to in a relationship. It's not what I want, but it's okay. It's pretty good. It's what I know, So think of that as comfort zone. Now, if the temperature drops to 65, 64, 62, 59, all of a sudden the brain, the computer goes, hey, you're a 68 degree, or what are you doing at 59? And I'm sure you've experienced it. Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're like, boom, suddenly the heaters kick on and you got drive and you go deal with it. You go lose the weight or you get off the drugs, you do whatever it is. But here's the part that most people don't understand. Let's say you get back to where you were and now you get new momentum and you're doing better. You go to 69, 70, 80, 89, 99 degrees. And all of a sudden the brain goes, what the hell are you doing up here? You're a 68 degree. You're not a 99 degree. And the first thing that happens is the heaters stop and you stop growing. And then if that's not enough, the air conditioners kick on and you start to sabotage yourself till you get back to where you believe you are. So cigarettes. If you used to smoke, right? So if I came to you today and I offer you a cigarette, what would you say?
Yes, sir.
You'd say
nobody or nobody. No, sir. No,
sir. No, sir. Nobody. Okay. So why?
Because I don't want it.
Yeah. Why?
Because doesn't make me happy anymore.
Yeah. Most people, you wouldn't say, what brand is it?
Yeah.
You go, no. And the reason why is you're no longer a smoker. It's not your identity. If you thought you're a smoker, you might go, well, what brand is it? Well, maybe I'll have one, do whatever it is, right? It's like when people tell me, I'm on day 4 of not drinking or not smoking. I go, why are you counting? So you can tell people how many days you last this time before you go back again. It's like when you change your identity, I'm not one of those, you're not going to do it anymore. So you are in the midst of transforming your identity. You're in the middle of it right now, and you're doing a beautiful job. I'm not, again, blowing smoke. I'm not a bullshitter.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
But I hope you take it in because you need to own that on your own instincts have led you to a place of real progress. You're not there yet, not where you want to be. And by the way, when you get wherever there is, it won't be enough. You'll want to do more because we're all supposed to keep growing. That's what makes us happy.